Hello and welcome to our
Season 2,
season 2.
Episode 1 of the UNM Anime Club podcast.
Yep, it's been a while. Like a
Like
year. Dieter's new.
2 years?
Yeah, I'm new.
Someone's new. We have one new person, 3 old people. So I guess introductions are first. I'm Renee, and I'm the public relations of the Anime Club.
Alejandro, still vice president.
I'm Tommy Surgeon. I'm the president of Anime Club now.
I'm Dieter and I'm the treasurer.
Alright, so we're starting off our first podcast talking about new fall anime. And basically we've all watched a first episode of a series. And we'll just, give our thoughts about it and stuff.
Yeah.
So, who wants to start? Who wants to step up?
I think that has to be you, Renee.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one I watched was I'll say the Japanese name first. Shoujo Shuumatsu Ryokou, and in English it's Girls Last Tour. At first, I thought for some reason after I only saw the English title, I thought it would be like a band anime. And I thought, oh, maybe they're the last few characters in the world, but they love music. So I was totally off about that. And the show surprised me a lot, and I think it's one of my favorites this season. Besides the new season of the, the sequels of some of the animes that are out. And this one basically takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where 2 girls survive somehow, and they're just going out through the world trying to find stuff to survive.
Is this a Yuri anime?
I don't know. I don't know if they're like sisters or just friends. Like they showed hints. Wait, have you guys watched it?
No.
I've seen gifs of it, and from what I've seen from it, it doesn't appear to be Yuri, but I think they are close friends.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So 'cause I think there's a lot of subtle there's a dark undertone in there, despite being overall it's mostly peaceful, cheery, just 2 girls just goofing off in this world with no one left, with a lot of snow. Literally all 24 minutes was just snowing.
What actually reminds me from your description is School Live.
School Live.
The zombie one where a bunch of elementary schoolers are held up at a school and are living their lives even though there's a zombie apocalypse surrounding them.
Was that the one where it was the first episode was a twist?
Yeah.
And
The
it was all the people, and
Yeah.
it seemed like they were going through their normal day.
normal school routine,
And then at the end,
then
it shifted to seeing that it was post-apocalyptic.
and just I think all there's each the school just had blood all over.
Yeah. And they were
Deaths
barricaded
built up,
in the one specific hallway of it.
Well, this one does not have zombies. Literally, it seems like it's just these 2 girls are the only humans left. And they showed hints through flashbacks, there used to be a war that occurred beforehand. And I guess they somehow got away from it. They went underground or something like that. So they got away from whatever happened to the rest of humanity. And then, literally, it was just them going back to surface. This first episode was just them getting out to the open world, the first time they ever been outside for probably so many years, I guess, and just had a lot, and their OSTs that went with it fits it perfectly. So I guess the big question of just be what caused humanity to end? How are they okay? And yeah. And then this show reminds me of Haibane Renmei. And if you guys know, because due to their the flow of the show, because it's right now. It seems like a healing anime, and you guys can search up what that means. You guys know what healing anime is?
No.
No.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, the soft and fluffy one.
Yeah. Basically, nothing happens. Like,
Great.
there's no goal right now. It seems like there's no goal right now. And then the world itself just reminds me of the one game near Automata, because it's just like a lot of like kind of steampunkish, a lot of like steel everywhere, a lot of debris. Just so yeah, pretty nice. I like it.
Do have a quick question.
What?
They, from what I've seen, they seem to be dressed a bit differently. So I don't know if you got too far into it, but were they on like opposing sides?
Ooh. Well, the only thing I could assume, like, there was a war and they're
Yeah.
scavenging for like parts, stuff for them. So I just assumed like this is cold and everything. You just pick stuff from the ground. Cause usually, in this episode, they just were scavenging for a good amount. Oh, they also talk about like the major theme about the importance of war, why we have war. So that's like, yeah, not what I expected. So I like it. So, and you guys want to start?
Okay, I'll start. The anime I watched was, I think, just called Just Because. Name is one of those weird ones because you would feel like from the synopsis, it's just normal high school students going through their senior year, last semester of their senior year in high school. So you would think first episode would be like, oh, let's just do something. But no, there's a transfer student that comes in, and I guess minor spoilers, but it's not too important, but it's a male transfer student for once. So that took me off surprise. So, and essentially it's just, he had friends in this high school, and then he's just meeting up with some of them. And from what I can tell, there seems to be some drama. I want to say, like, I don't think it's bad blood drama, but like, oh, I used to like this person and she goes to this school now, kind of.
Ooh.
So, and that was hinted towards the end of the episode. But the studio that makes it is actually relatively new. It's called Pine Studio?
Pine Jam.
Pine Jam. So some of their previous anime from actually this previous season, Gamers, they made. And then they also made Getsuyobi no Tawawa.
Yep.
So
That little short, which
Yeah.
had, I think, that little ongoing trend of people just having their phones on their chest, right?
oh yeah.
What?
That was a trend, like, probably a year ago, 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Like-
People just posted pictures of themselves having their phone on their chest.
Mhm.
Guys and girls.
Oh, that trend.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Solid anime.
never even heard about that.
Well, it's like the trend
Missing
where they
out.
like, was it take a picture of themselves in the mirror and try to like block
No,
out
no,
parts?
that's, I think, something else. This is where, like,
Well, what is this, Tommy?
Have you not heard of it?
I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's from this. This one was,
But it's kind of like that.
not really. Just like, if you had a big chest, you could put a phone on it and you wouldn't fall down. It wouldn't fall because of gravity.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
the lewdness factor is the reason why I brought it up.
But yeah, no, that one I think is different. So yeah, it looks like to be a good anime from what I can tell. It's slow at first, but
Is it not a slice of life? Like,
from what I can tell, it's kind of, but like, it's like last year for seniors, and so, like, you know how, since you guys been to high school and no, undoubtedly,
No, we just came straight from middle school.
yeah, geniuses.
so there is, I guess, some pressure to just like make sure to have memories, I guess.
Oh.
But so just from like the title, just because, I'm gonna make those memories.
Bad memories. Memories you'll regret.
So I'm guessing the tone is overall kind of serious since it's trying. They're
first-
trying to make something out of their last few.
It's not. It's hinted, I think.
hinted.
Like towards the end, like they were playing baseball, and one of them was trying to hit a home run for whatever reason, and then
win?
Yeah,
To
whatever
win.
reason.
no, no, this is just like practice. Like they already lost in the national finals,
Of course, they made it
Oh.
to the national finals.
or so whatever their bracket, they lost to like the winning team or whatnot. And so dude was just like, I just want to hit a home run. And his friend, who is the transfer student, is like, okay. So they just pitch and bat and all that. And he hits a home run. He's like, yes, I'm going to finally ask out that one person. And he's just like, wait, what?
Oh.
So, yeah, it has that. It isn't, like, said at first, but it will get to it.
Alright. So I just hope because this is one show I want to watch. It seems like there'll be some character development in there.
Yeah. I can sense it.
Sweet. Anything else to add on that?
Not really. Who wants to go next?
The last two. Who wants to
Okay.
go?
Guess I'll go.
Just go around in this circle.
Yeah.
We're sitting
Just
in.
circle jerk around. All right. So, well, awkward segment.
Just let that pass through.
Well, I guess it kind of relates to what I'm talking about, the King's Game. So when I was assigned this, and I thought it'd be lighthearted, and I took a look at the cover, and I was like, yeah, this is fine, because it's just the King's Game. It's just a nice, I don't know, club dating game or whatever. I don't know. group of friends
Lighthearted?
dating. Yeah, it was not.
The cover looked so edgy.
Hey, I just saw red and a guy just on the cover, so I was like, yeah, sure, this is fine. This is nice and easy. Nope. First thing, girl gets her arms ripped off and limbs torn apart, and there's just blood everywhere. Thanks for that, Renee.
I didn't know. I didn't know, like, when I heard of it and I read some things about it, I didn't know it was going to be, like, pretty gory.
Yeah. I mean, so the premise is based on the teenage game that's kind of like Truth or Dare, where it's like, you pick some popsicle sticks and one person is determined to be king, and he gives out orders that this number has to do something to this number. And, well, this game takes it a little further and takes it into the realm of, I guess, another anime called Another. It's pretty close to it.
Oh, yeah.
And shit happens. The main character tells everyone from the start, don't listen to me, because I've experienced this, and we're all fucked. And no one cares. They treat him so nicely at the beginning.
I know.
And then they all turn out to be assholes once he started going psycho-mental
I
about
feel-
the truth.
I feel like that's like a anime horror trope where literally if something goes bad, everyone's like, we need to find someone to point the finger and then like beat the crap out of them.
Yeah. And well,
And
he does get the crap beaten out of him. But the guy who beats the crap out of him
Ooh,
explodes,
yeah.
which doesn't seem
There's-
scientifically correct.
So there's some magic in here. some magic.
mumbo jumbo shit.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll keep watching it. I like psychological, weird magic, horror, death stuff.
And I think if I remember it also, they hinted about this being a recurring thing, and then this one main character is like, I lived past the last one. And then he's come to a new school, and then it just starts again
With him.
with him, and then it's just like almost like a survival game thing.
Yeah.
and he just really didn't want anything to do. I think at one point he just wanted himself to die so it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But then things happen.
But then the girl fucked it up.
Yeah.
And the whole school is screwed now.
King's Game.
It also has a nice little ending where you see everyone who's died.
Danganronpa style.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show's a lot more gory than I thought it would be. I thought it would just be mostly just psychological,
No.
but not just throwing gore to your face every 5 minutes.
Well, that's all I have to say about that. I'd recommend it if you're into that stuff.
The gore,
Yeah.
the King's Game.
Yeah, we're all into the King's Game.
He just recommends gore. If you're into it, just gore.
At least it's not 4.
Oh, good
Oh,
God.
gosh.
So me?
Yes. You.
Okay, so I watched Kino no Tabi, or Kino's Journey, The Beautiful World. I think after the colon it's called.
And there's more to the title.
And there's more. I
Yeah,
thought
it's Kino no Tabi, The Beautiful World, the animated series.
Oh, gosh.
Which is the same exact title as a 2003 anime, Kino's Journey, The Beautiful World. And it's, from what I can tell, it's not a reboot, it's not a remaking, it's a sequel of sorts, which it's a pretty easy series to make a sequel to, even 14 years later, because it's very episodic. The entire premise of it is this is a world where there are different countries within reasonable distance of each other, and countries is more of like a city or a
like
city-state kind of thing, and each of these countries has each of them has a different quirk, like a different rule that's different in all of them, or something unique about them. In the first episode of the new series, it was a country that it was legal to murder. You could just kill with no repercussion from the law. The first episode of the old series, it's been a few years since I've seen it. It was, I believe, a country run by robots, or I think what it actually was, it was a country that had automation and then like a plague or something wiped out all of the humans, and the robots then had nothing to do with their lives, or no purpose. So it's a very the original series was very philosophical. I'm gonna say it like that. I really enjoyed it. It is, because it's from 2003, it does not look particularly great. The main character's head is basically a sphere. She doesn't really have a chin, and I think it took me like halfway through the series to realize that it was even a girl. You realize that right off the bat in the new episode, or in the new series. I'm not sure if you enjoyed the old series. I'm not sure if you'll like the new one. I think if you're fresh coming into the series, the new, currently running 2017 version, you'll probably like it fine. It seems to be good. I'm not so sure if I'll like it. I only watched the first episode because it was very 2017, for lack of a better term. Hermes, the talking motorcycle, was CG'd in some of the scenes, where in the original series it was all hand-drawn because it was 2003. And it was very violent for not really much of a payoff. like there was that payoff, which I'm glad that there was. It wasn't like in the show, Kino has 2 guns, and you always see her like training before she goes to bed and cleaning them and all of that stuff to be able to use them. But in the original series, really they weren't used that much. And to be fair, they weren't really used in this first episode, but it seemed violent and very actiony when that's not really the purpose of Kino's journey.
I think they probably maybe did that maybe because since it's the first episode,
Yeah,
and also because of the 2003 to 2017 gap, people may have like you said, like for newcomers who don't know about it, they think, oh, this first episode, a lot of stuff happens, and there's like the like not as big as like a philosophical like theme to it, but it's like pretty minor, not as big as it could be.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like a decent entry point. Just hope, like I think you told earlier, just hope as it goes on further, it doesn't always be gore.
Yeah, as long as it isn't the same, violence kind of thing in every country. To be fair, it made sense in this country.
Yeah.
I really, really liked the payoff. Like the first episode was like really good. It's just in the old ones, I probably because of the limitations of what they could really draw. I mean, there was all that action in Cowboy Bebop, but that was all hand drawn. But it. I don't know. It was weird. I'm sure I'm probably going to continue watching it, and I highly recommend the original and probably this new series too. But one thing that, if you don't like thinking, it's not a really great anime. Because one of my favorite parts about the 2003 Kino's journey is, this is spoilers, but it was 14 years ago, so who cares? She went into one country, and basically the entire premise of every single episode, pretty much with the exception of 1 or 2, starts off with her going into a new country, telling like the customs officer that they're staying 3 days. The customs officer says what the quirk of this city is, and then the episode progresses. In the one episode in 2003, it was she went into this one city, and their entire religion was based around what seemed like they called it, I think, a prophecy, and it was just this like kind of garbled nonsense that didn't really it didn't make any sense, but their entire religion was trying to make sense out of this prophecy. And then like you go to the next episode, is you find out that prophecy is actually a poem written by someone from their city. And then she goes to a third city completely unrelated, and while on the road she sees tanks from the first city going to the second city because of, I think it was, I forget the exact reason, but it was due to this religion. And everything about it was this really cool, like, philosophical, like, how people interpret different, like, writings, and also how, like, the exchange of ideas can be so wildly different between these different cultures, even though it's the same exact, piece of paper.
Right.
So I really enjoyed the first season, even though it's been a few years since I've seen it.
Yeah, like so far I'm liking the 2017 one, so I'm thinking about I want to go back. Like I always hear good things about it. Like I always, when I talk to someone and whenever Kino no Tabi comes up, they're like, "That's good." So I want to get to that.
Yeah, it is. Compared to what anime looks like these days, it's it looks bad. Like there's no real way to get around it. It is not
2000
particularly great looking.
Yeah.
And I don't have any source on this, but I don't think they had a particularly large budget in 2003. Like the title cards of the episode look awful, and the music isn't that great.
Oh,
So
really?
it's But once you get into the real story, then the story makes up for all the faults of it.
Nice. So yeah, that's all. We only were assigned one series per person because reasons. And yeah, like we could have chosen a lot others, but most of them were sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, we don't think they were going to be that good. Like these are considerably the better ones, I would say.
Probably. If not the better ones, they're probably like the more
Or at
unique
the
ones.
Or at the time, most of them were talked about a lot. Like, like I know, like King's Game, like I know, like people's ratings of it aren't that high. But at the time, there was so much, like, I guess, PR for it, advertisement for it. Just because a lot of advertisement, Kino no Tabi, it's a good anime. People know about it. People are hyped. And then mine's, I don't know. Alejandro persuaded me to read it.
I mean, I actually wanted to watch this as well.
But you stole mine, and then...
Yeah, because I saw the synopsis for Just Because. I'm like, maybe this is actually pretty good. If I didn't get Just Because, I was probably going to watch this because animation-wise is what got to me. I was like, okay, this looks not serious enough, but cutesy enough.
I think you'll like it. You should watch it. It's like Amanchu.
Yeah, Amanchu.
Yeah.
Although I think the best first episode of this entire season was Black
Clover.
Black Clover with the main character that sounds like a car.
All right.
At least it's memorable.
Hey man, it's his first day. It's his first job. So yeah. Oh yeah. Sponsor time. So let's shout out to Rude Boys.
Rude Boys cookies.
They have cookies.
And milk.
Yeah.
And ice cream.
Yeah. Sometimes it's late at night. I want a cookie. I can't find any place that has cookies open. And then I just walk and I see Rude Boys. It's always open. Every time I go there.
Every time.
7:00 p.m.
But you're...
Mountain time.
But you're just like a bat, mostly.
Yeah. And they've been open, and then, yeah, I think they stay open to like 9.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday,
Stay
Saturday.
open until midnight.
Yep, midnight.
That's crazy.
And they stay for Monday, Tuesday.
That's pretty normal, like, hours for not a restaurant, but
A cookie store?
Cookie store.
Yeah, I would say, like an ice cream parlor, I'd say. Like, I would say there would be open later on weekends.
Yeah. Closed on Sunday.
Oh.
But
That's fine. So, and then next one, Ramen. If you're listening and you're from New Mexico, you should come to our meetings and you could get a discount.
Yep.
15 or 10% off.
Just don't go to Naruto.
Yeah. What is
for those who are unaware, right off of the UNM campus, there are 2 ramen shops.
Side by side.
Not quite. There's a computer repair shop.
Yeah.
That's true.
But they're basically next to each other. One is called O Ramen, and the other one, we're not even allowed to talk about them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
but we
know
could
what-
call it Boruto's dad.
That's true. Boruto's dead.
And yeah, so ramens were sponsored by them. They have ramen.
Yeah, that's good.
They have
Yeah, it's pretty good.
curry as well.
And
curry,
takoyaki balls.
takoyaki balls.
They have alcohol.
Yeah.
Aren't those
Sake.
who are of age?
Yeah, those of age. They have alcohol, sake.
When are you gonna be of age, Renee?
I'm ready,
Oh
babe.
yeah, you are.
We're
Come on,
just
man.
waiting for Dieter.
Yeah, come
Listen.
on. Grow up. So, and then next one. Oh, Empire Board Gaming Library.
Yep.
Game Board Library.
Empire Board Game
There
Library.
you go. Just rearrange them, you'll get them.
Come board
No, I
game
don't
with
think
us.
so.
6 p.m. on every
Thursday.
Thursday. $5 for the entire night. You get to choose one of their, I think they said 700, 800?
They have a
Large
lot
quantities
of
of board
games.
games.
Yeah.
And if you're hungry, they have food there.
Food.
Drinks,
Drinks.
coffee. It's a full cafe.
Yeah.
Be sure to get unlimited if you're getting an iced tea.
And if you don't know how to play a board game, there's people there to show you how to play. So you don't have to know about it beforehand.
Excuse me, how do I play Monopoly?
Oh gosh.
So yeah, that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's all our sponsors.
So we'll see you guys next week with
Yeah.
guest Christian.
Yep, and next
He's
week,
an officer.
Oh, yeah.
He should be here.
and then probably he went to get a haircut. And so probably next week we won't be talking about like
Continuation.
like discontinuance of these animes. We'll just do it in our own time. We'll, I don't know,
Mhm.
talk it among ourselves if you want.
Come to meeting.
Yeah, come to our meeting. We'll talk about it if you want. But we'll start like discussing about like specific topics,
Like
more focus on that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll go around the same time. Yeah.
So yeah,
What?
if you are in Albuquerque, we have a meeting tomorrow where you can watch.
Well, I'm assuming this isn't going to be
I'm
uploaded
not
tonight.
I'm not gonna edit it. It's not gonna
But,
be up like that.
You should.
UNM Anime Club open to the public. Meetings 4 to 7
On Saturdays.
Saturdays in the
The third
Student
floor.
Union Building, third floor.
Yeah.
Check our website.
Check
what
our
do you-
Facebook.
What do you guys do in the anime club?
Watch anime.
Oh,
Play games.
sweet. Oh, games?
Yeah, board
Play
games.
Smash.
Smash.
Smash Bros.
We have activities.
It's not
Right.
Brawl, right?
You're the
You're
Smash
the only
expert.
one who plays Project M here.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening.